Oh, I have it to not auto start because in case it auto starts and I'm not ready, it'd be blank. So I hit start manually. So I think we're live now. Hello, testing 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? I believe we are here. Welcome everybody to the Severed Chains / Reloaded / 10 Other Names playthrough. We are picking up where we left off in Lohan. I'm going to do the obstacle course first in a moment.
And no, we will not settle on one name.
Joining me is Monoxide, aka Corey, who made this all possible.
Hello, everyone. I'm
going to boost your volume a little bit. How do I do that with my video? 113. And if you need the audio adjusted, let me know, and we will do so. Alright, you're still seeing the stream, Corey?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm good.
Let's get underway.
Yeah. So again, this hasn't been a particularly exciting week in terms of visible features. I've been doing a ton of work on the back end in preparation for the graphics rewrite. Aside from that, it's just been mostly minor bug fixes.
This time I'm saving outside the obstacle course.
Good plan. I'm pretty sure it works this time, though.
I may try a couple times with save states just to get my tickets up. We'll see. First, we have to run the minigame music, which is somewhere in here. Arena games. Yep, there we go. Let's give it a shot.
You have to beat it first try.
No, I don't. Reach the goal.
I fixed it specifically for you.
No, that's not a pedestal I'm going to be put on. No. It says reach the goal before the top left count hits 400. If I remember right, that equates to about 21 seconds or something like that. Possibly a little different. And there's like 3 or something tiers of rewards. If you get the fastest time bracket and you finish really fast, you get 8 tickets. You can also get 5 or 3 tickets, and I think otherwise you get nothing.
I actually beat it for the very first time when I was testing the bug fix for this.
Okay, see, that doesn't make any sense. That didn't make any sense. We're reloading that crap.
Does he have to be so rude?
Do you actually have to duck?
No, you just have to. I'm pretty sure you can start running left as soon as you start and get past.
No.
Oh no, I'm a liar.
Bad advice.
Don't listen.
Not listening to you again. We have to make a good first impression. It's the first few minutes of the live stream, Corey.
Yep. And we have to have everyone watch you suffer.
I can't argue with that. See, this collision makes no sense.
Where's TFZ when we need him?
Who's a wizard at this? Says you don't have to duck, but you can run a lot earlier than I did in the first. So I can basically run when I think I'm gonna hit the bottom thing, but I probably won't.
Monty, yes, this is the Java version.
Okay, that didn't work. I'm only trying this so many times. Yes, this is decompiled and reassembled Java. Which means we're one step closer to old school RuneScape.
Exactly.
Okay. See what I said about how I thought I got through this when I was talking to you on Discord, that I got through it with the higher pillar making contact with my face but not colliding. So it just looks like he's gonna hit it, but he'll run through, and now it's actually hitting him in the face. But the alternative, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Let me try one more time.
You should be able to save state inside to really speed it up.
Control S. Try this. Here we go. Oh, I did it!
Oh, you did it!
Woo! Oh, it's been so long since I got this far.
We're really going now.
Oh, that's not fair.
There was a weird bug on the time display, though.
Yeah, there is
Oh,
something
you're
going
a
on
pro.
there.
You were
Woo!
holding note on us.
I made it through. 3 tickets.
3, not
That's a
bad.
profit.
You did it.
I got distracted by Dran in the middle. So we're never doing that again. I did
that was
plenty fine.
it. Now
Didn't
you
you-
peaked.
Didn't you hurt yourself? Well, gee, I believe I am
Several
bruised.
times.
I'm bruised, but not physically. I have my armor. I got hit in the right arm where I have no armor.
Yep. Seems like a real weakness.
One of the things I have benched for too long is getting a sample of all the fantasy language on screen, not just the Wingly text, but also like on the sign up here, and compiling it and seeing if I can like find any patterns or make any sense of it.
Yeah, I wonder if it actually is just like a made-up language or like a character substitution.
Love how she assumes you got hurt even when you win. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So this is the other one I'm gonna try. We're gonna do the it says find the man, but it means find the bird in the man's hat. Oh wait, no, I'm in the wrong mini.
Oh, this is the find the
I
difference
literally
one.
didn't read the words that were on the screen. I'm just talking to you from another dimension, another alternate reality where the man finding game is here. Great. I didn't even look at anything, so I'm gonna.
I was just gonna say that. Did you even look?
No, I was too busy worrying about the fact that I looked at the wrong minigame. Okay. I'm gonna say
The flower is different. I know
yeah,
that.
the flower. Hold on. I don't have movement. So the flower is not different.
I want to say. Oh, okay.
Corey, you are 0 for 2. I faithfully trusted you without a doubt, even though you were mistaken once.
Hey, at least I didn't go to the wrong minigame.
Touche. Just pretend that didn't happen. Originally I wasn't going to show that one. I wasn't trying to show that one because part of trying these minigames is to see if there's any rendering bugs with like the characters. And that's just a scene change background. We didn't anticipate anything going on there. Here's the Who is the Man game. Pretty sure I have the right one now. Alright, now I get this right maybe 50% of the time, so let's see if I can track it. I will not slow down time.
I'm not gonna lie. I tried it one time and I failed.
It used to be my favorite as a kid. Alright, it's in the middle.
I've already lost track.
I think it's in the middle, but I lost it about halfway through. Damn, it was the one on the right. Okay. Dart's not very good at this. It's not me that's bad at it, it's Dart that's bad at it.
Exactly.
He's like, it's like a battle, because remember Sandora Elite? Alright, so this is the easiest one. It's just a high score check kind of a thing. Speaking of which,
you tried the other one, so might as well do this.
I mentioned to Corey, I was like, hey, could we actually do leaderboards for the minigames, like multiplayer leaderboards? And Corey's like, sure. So if that's still true, Corey, we would love to have that in the far future.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to happen anytime soon, but yep.
Once it does, we're going to have to put it on the front page of our website, obviously. Like weekly and lifetime high scores.
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously going to have a Pro Gamer League.
Yeah. More realistic, more real than MLG, right? They're always playing, you know, only the most popular games, like Counter-Strike, and here we are with LOD, keeping it on
Legend
the map.
of Dragoon ball throwing game. Pro League.
Ah, I got hit. So 32. We should convert this into just like a dodgeball-esque thing where like you choose your character. It's kind of like take from the Vegetable Julian minigame. You choose one of the party members, and then the other person chooses one of the party members, and you're just throwing dodgeballs at each other on a time limit and see who gets the more hits.
Yeah. Zychronic said they got to 174 without the balls rendering.
Yep. That's gotta be tough.
That's impressive.
Hard mode.
Not gonna lie. Yep. Just absolutely machine gunning balls into the room.
It's like, I should be able to do this. Sean is trying to be kind, and he's like, no, I have to be hard on myself. Alright, we've had enough. There should be another one where you just bet on the pig races or something.
Yeah.
Bet how many tickets? 100. Alright. While they're doing that talk, we're gonna switch to music. Did you do something about your feelings?
I threw balls at helpless animals.
Yeah, I got it out of my system. Thanks, Lavitz.
It was the manly thing to do. Yeah, there's another mod idea. Let you put wagers down on fights.
Yeah. I mean, we're already like in the deep end of going way beyond what we should be, and it's just gonna keep happening. So at this rate, you might as well make it a thing where like you even have a spectator mode where people can just jump in and spectate live matches between other players and do bets. Like if it's you know, me versus you, you know, people can bet on me or you. What?
To be honest with you, like if we're already implementing networked combat support, like having a spectator mode is not much on top of that.
Fair enough. So, at this point, Dart's thinking he's gonna re-pursue the Black Monster. And Shauna can't be around that because it's dangerous and women.
That's illegal.
Technically, the advice is flawed. Like, Lavitz isn't wrong that, you know, you don't want to get stuck in the will they, won't they forever and not communicating. You know, you do need to communicate. That's good. And also, like, the whole affirmative consent thing isn't really covered. It's like, if you aren't sure, don't push for it so hard, you know? So it's kind of nuanced. Both good and bad advice that way. Who do I want? Let's put those in for now. Yeah, I always noticed that about Lavitz's model. Also, on the same background screen is evidence that stick figures existed in this world. Got 2 stick figures up there that are stylistically drawn in unique colors, like this pastel yellow and blue. And you've got giant font over the top that probably reads like Hero Competition or Arena Tent or something like that. Actually, is there any way that's related to Japanese script, I wonder? Like, maybe I should screenshot that and ask Kara, but I feel like if it was just Japanese, someone would have said something by now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that if it's based on anything or you know, like related to anything, it would probably be Japanese. Yeah, of course it could also just be scribbling.
Yeah. I guess technically I should do the enemy attack music. Oh, there's something I wanted to test. Let me open the debugger. I think it's already open. And hit the submap debugger. And see if I can do a thing where we show the alert icons. That's Shauna. That's Lavitz. That's probably Rose. That seems
Yeah,
like
the
nothing.
characters are usually grouped together.
Ah, here we go. And let's make this bigger. Because I wanted
Right,
to see...
we were gonna see if the arrows were... They are. Yeah, the arrows are part of the body.
I mean, there's a lot going on here. Like...
He's
so,
just all up in Shauna's business.
For those of you who aren't aware, Corey built a basic debugger that lets us move around the models and resize them and everything. It's a whole entire thing. So let's make that 300. And we'll go back to 0. And I think we can even rotate the model, right? So let's try 60. Yep. And then let's try 240. Yep, that's the whole thing. 380. Let's try 0. So 0 means facing directly at the camera and breaking the fourth wall.
Yep.
Wow. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 or 6 arrows in this fellow.
He's
like,
having a bad day.
This character outdid Boromir before Boromir. The iconic Lord of the Rings getting hit with so many arrows from that, like, epic level Urukai or whatever. Yikes. So anyway, yes, we have a debugger that lets us do that.
Now,
And they animate in place.
Move.
I have to get revenge for my giant friend. I wonder if Hashel is registered off screen so that I could size him up so that he appears on screen really large. Maybe?
I would say most likely. I was playing around in one of the Queen Fury cutscenes, and when characters got into the Queen Fury, they would just basically walk behind the Queen Fury texture and just stand there.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Queen Fury, there is a Queen Fury screenshot on.
What, the right-hand painting?
Yep.
I'm having trouble placing it. Like, where is that?
It was the boiler room.
Are you sure?
Yep. Now, that was what I was seeing on the screen at that point, so it's not exactly like what you're seeing.
I always had trouble placing that one, but that could be.
The one that said blazing like dart, yeah, that's the boiler room of the Queen Fury.
The one where Kongal is? Or...
no, Kongal's down in the cargo hold.
It just looks like the wrong color. Okay, so you're not talking about the one on the left, right? Because the one on the left is Celeste.
No, I was talking about the the picture like on the stream. Like the artwork.
My gallery?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the background. I'm like trying to place it, and I'm like, that doesn't look like the Queen Fury, and maybe that's the cart, but no. We are not on the same page.
Nope.
Yeah, there's the Queen Fury is one of the biggest renders we have in terms of like pixel dimensions, like the highest quality. It's obscenely large. It's like at least 3,200 pixels on one of the sides.
Impressive.
Which means that I can like, it's a vertical picture, so I can crop it at 3 different heights for different banner images. Nice. One of them is just the sky, one of them is just like the ship, and one of them is Dart Shauna Rose.
I always found the Queen Fury section like a kind of like a nice change of pace in the game.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a whole lot of downtime just for character development.
Yeah. I forgot how funny this is. Looking at the guy across the street makes me feel at ease. It is not only because he looks like the dog I used to have. He also reminds me of a lizard I used to have. What a double whammy.
Wow.
The girl across the street still seems to be interested in me. I am such a sinful guy, making some unknown lady fall in love with me. I don't think that's what's happening. I think you're misreading the situation. But it is interesting. It is interesting that it seems to be a child model of the sailor outfits at the Queen Fury.
Yeah,
so
it is.
It's technically a preview of that many players may not notice. I'm gonna check a shop before I head to Helena.
Cuddle Queen says, "What's this? What is what?"
I think I already got the Stardust here, so I don't need it.
What was that interaction indicator?
What?
What was the interaction indicator in there? I don't remember that.
In the boss's antique shop?
Yeah.
Going up the ladder.
Okay.
You thought it was to open the door? No.
So this is technically a normal game, but it is a unofficial PC port. So we've been working on reverse engineering it and porting it to the PC. So this is running without any emulation whatsoever.
Right now we only have a few mods in place, but they're very useful. One of them is unlimited slave slots, and one of them is near zero loading times, so all the transitions are a lot quicker.
Really, those charm potions.
I'm setting up my my item bag like a speed run. There's lots of charm potions. the fact that you have drop rates basically increased by accident, but at the same time it nerfed escape rate apparently is awful. So I'm buying charm potions. Literally half my bag can be charm potions. 16 charm potions.
Well, you're just out of your mind now.
Alright, let's check the store real quick. And then we'll head to Helena. Did I already... Ooh, did I already buy a second cape? I don't know. It's hard to tell because all the party shuffling this game does. Have the angel robe that only Shauna can wear. Demon stiletto. Oh, I didn't equip the demon stiletto. Shame on me.
Could you?
Dart has the power wrist, but he doesn't need it, so I might take that off.
I know I say that like basically every time you open this menu, but I cannot wait to just completely redo these menus.
Yeah, it'll be nice. Actually, I have a question for you. You know, we're still gonna have the fields in 4.3, but would you run the menus in 16.9? So we have more room?
Yeah, I mean, if someone wanted to rework the background texture for it, I mean, we will have to redo the background textures, period.
Yeah, I was just wondering if that's possible to where like you could have the menus be full screen and battle be full like widescreen, but then when you're in the field maps, it's technically still a widescreen window, but gives you black bars and just like centers the game or something.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Yeah, that would be like near ideal, I think.
Yeah, we can widescreen basically everything except for the submaps. Kane, this is available to try. We have a GitHub repository that I am going to link in the chat. If you are technically savvy, there is a README there explaining how to set up the code. If not, there is a build in the releases tab. We currently only have dev builds. You'll see one single release, and that automatically gets updated every time we update the code. You can also pop into the modding channel in our Discord if you need any help.
What do I have for Hassel? Did I get a Beast Fang or a Morning Star? I don't have a Beast Fang. That's okay. Okay, I think I'm ready to go.
I have played up until the start of the third disc. The first and second discs are fully playable. There are some graphical glitches, mostly in combat. Disc 3 is... I don't know how much of Disc 3 is playable, just because I haven't gotten any further than that. Right now, it runs at the... normally it runs at the native resolution. We will be upscaling that in time. You might notice in the stream that combat runs a bit quickly. It's because it's because combat actually runs at a lower frame rate than the rest of the game. But you can change the hard cap, which I believe Drew just did.
Yeah.
Native resolution on the PlayStation, the game runs 320 by 240, so 240p.
Let's switch to music.
We will be upscaling that as well. We do have some experimental support for upscaling already built in. Do you want to show that off real quick, Drew?
Show which part?
The upscaled resolution.
I'm doing that now.
Oh.
I thought I'd put it on 2x for now. But anything more than that. So here's 1x. You can see the difference: 1x, 2x, 1x, 2x, 1x, 2x. So higher is better. But right now the software renderer, it's really inefficient compared to a hardware renderer, but that takes more time to build, so we don't have that yet. Eventually it'll be really easy to do that, and the frame rate will still be high.
Yeah. So that's what I've been working on for the past week or so. I'm actually in the process of rewriting a lot of the game's graphics code, just to make it much easier for us to transition to OpenGL instead of using the very, very slow software renderer. CineD Gaming asks what the upscale goal is. So in terms of model rendering, we'll just let you render. You'll be able to choose whatever resolution you want to run the game at, just like any other 3D game. The backgrounds, however, will still render normally because they are pre-rendered. We will be integrating the work from the Upscale project, which uses AI to upscale all of the game's background images.
Basically, it's going to be a mixture of what you might be used to with emulator built-in options like the upscaled resolution, as well as dedicated mods like actually upscaled textures that you insert, not just like soft hardware upgrades. I didn't word that very well, but the point being, let's say if you play through DuckStation or Beetle in RetroArch now, currently those run higher possible fidelity. You can run 4x, 8x internal resolution without such a slowdown like we do. You can implement texture replacement, although that mod is not released yet, it does work. So once it's finished, that'll be ready right away on RetroArch. So RetroArch and Beetle will be the most capable and powerful option for you right now, even without the upscale mod, DuckStation 2. But this will eventually surpass that in terms of computer resource efficiency, so you'll be able to run faster than you could on RetroArch or Beetle. You'll be able to get higher resolutions for the same resources, and we're also going to have way more modding capability. Like, for example, although some mods are just difficult and not impossible on RetroArch and Beetle and DuckStation and all that, it's still very difficult. Like, doing PvP in the hero competition, just don't try. Don't try. However, with this rebuild, a lot of things become more trivial by comparison. So we're gonna eventually reach and surpass what's possible in actual emulators with this unofficial port.
Yeah, and I mean, we already have even gotten to that point with some things like the save slots.
Oh, I forgot to show that, yeah. So you've seen the fast loading. Oop, shit. Run away! Oh, god damn. Amateur Drew. I got stuck on the thing.
Mike K asks, will additions always autocomplete? No, that's just a rather convenient bug. I just haven't bothered to fix it yet because it's nice for testing.
You could make a checkbox for optional additions for easy mode for our kids, you know?
Oh no, we're gonna have full difficulty controls. I plan on having it so you can select like basically like you can control like how difficult additions are all the way up to them completing automatically. You'll be able to adjust how the enemy counterattacks work. Basically like increase or decrease the window for button presses, increase or decrease the amount that they do counterattacks, even make it so they can counterattack on, you know, like multiple times per edition.
Alright, let's show off the save. Damn, I need to find a save point. Well, actually, really quick, I think this is... I don't need to go this way. Never mind. I don't have to go this way at all. I will go to where the merchant is, because the save point should still be there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, 16:9 1080p will be very easy, actually.
Yeah.
Like, keep in mind this is a game that released in '99.
Here we go. So let's say I want to save right now. Instantaneous.
We're calling it Severed Chains, just to give it a name, basically.
If we call it an unofficial PC port, players are gonna, when they share that, they're inadvertently gonna start calling it just a PC port, and it's gonna get misconstrued whether it's official or not, and we don't care to get any trouble on us with like, oh, you're making a fan remake and all this. People will misconstrue the truth, so giving it a proper name puts us in some kind of, disclaimer territory.
Yeah,
and you
just
are free
like
to...
how like the PC port of Ocarina of Time is called Ship of Tarkinian.
Yeah. So, this is a play on "You are free to sever the chains of fate that bind you" from the intro trailer thing.
Yeah.
I should do some burning rushes.
I know Vorthon already answered this, but I just wanted to touch on Mike K's question. Does GitHub come with the mods for both the zero load time and the unlimited save slots? It does. There are some mods that I'm going to be incorporating into the core of the game. Just like really fundamental things that are, like a market improvement, but without changing the actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Anything that changes gameplay in any way will definitely be an optional mod. But things like, like quality of life fixes, we'll be implementing those in the core.
Also, for those of you who have never noticed it before, look at that face up there. That I should call it that way. That green menacing face that's glowing. You ever wonder what's causing that thing to glow?
I have never noticed that, to be honest with you.
It pays to notice. It really... It scares me. There's another one on the right side there, actually. You can barely
like
see it. There it is.
Creepy baby.
Birth of Chucky with the prequel. And adequately, or aptly I should say, is a therapy ring right past there, because you're going to need some.
Cuddle Queen, you would not imagine the number of bugs that I have found in the code. Yet, amazingly, they all just seem to cancel each other out. Like, there's parts of the game that are so broken that it just wraps back around and fixes itself.
Grab the pandemonium on the way. I always like that they put a treasure chest in the jaws of this sculpture thing. That's really creative.
Or that one down on the, like, claw arm thing.
Mm-hmm. The slides are kind of cool here.
There.
Yes, I'm using a gamepad right now. It currently works for sure with licensed wired Xbox 360 controllers, so that is definitely a thing.
Yeah, it works. It works with any Xbox controller. I just hacked in the controller support, very, very basic, just for Drew to do the live stream. I'll be doing proper controller support at some point. Xbox controllers, both 360 and Xbox One or Series controllers, work perfectly. Your mileage may vary with other controllers.
I think I got them all. Yeah, I think I got them all. the semi-hidden chest over there. Cannot carry more items. Oh. Well, I really need all these charm potions, so I'm probably gonna get rid of something less important, like
like an Angel's Prayer or...
I thought I got a Thunderbolt. Yep, way at the bottom. Healing potion. I didn't need that. When you discard something and the new item you get is technically worse.
Oh, another thing that we haven't mentioned about the currently implemented mods is we've added wraparound on pretty much all of the menus just to make them easier to navigate. Yes, we will have inventory size configuration as well.
Oh yeah, that is. We have a list of things we either definitely are going to do or would like to do if we can. We will be showing that to the group. Well, technically, they can see it now, can't they, Corey?
As long as you have the file public.
So I have an internal document with Corey of like, there's literally almost 100 ideas. A lot of them are unnecessary but potentially cool things we can do. And
yeah, a lot of them are like very far down the road things.
Yes. But we have the roadmap in mind. We'll see how it goes, but we have options on the table so that we don't forget what they are.
Yeah, just a lot of spitballing.
So these have been put into their own repository, which normally a repository is just for a coding project, but I'll just not do the session right now. But there's so many ideas that it would clog the main repository. So instead, we made a separate repository and we made a project board similar to Trello that will have like a not started yet, in progress, done, labels and all that, and that's how we're tracking this stuff. So if you want to see some of the things we potentially might do, maybe, you can look at that. So while I'm doing this, Corey, will you grab the link for that board? And then people can already know what we've written, and then they may not have to suggest things we've already written down.
Here's a list of 84 ideas. That's
just some of them. We need to have at least 108 because religion.
Yeah.
108 is a divine number after all.
Once we do the rewrite for OpenGL, it'll actually be really easy to replace the models and textures.
All right, battle music. Now, Corey, I have a big question for you.
Okay.
It might literally be a big question. When can we have character resizing and the combat debugger?
You know what? I'll try and get that in for next stream. It's honestly not much work. I just have to do it.
Yes, big head mode is very important, XZ. Alright, what am I doing? I don't think I need any of the items, so I'm just gonna go for it.
I think this is the first combat we've done, or some of the first combat we've done on this stream. So,
yeah.
I think there's a lot of new people in the that's watching right now.
Mm-hmm.
So the combat is a fair bit buggier than the rest of the game.
Oh yeah, we're gonna show you some surprises right now. Actually, do I want to do that? Yeah, I'll do that. There's Lavitz. Oh, I missed the buggy models. Yeah, the addition squares are not functional right now. Eventually they'll look like normal and go white flashing when you hit the right timing. So start with the D-attack. It's too late.
And you can see it start to break down during the
Yep.
Dragoon stuff.
The wings are kind of missing in idle pose. Yeah, we'll drop the scale a little.
If you could see the amount of code used in the combat engine, you would understand.
Rose goes invisible. So we're going to show you something that you might, if you don't know about it already, it'll surprise you. And there it is. Suddenly you hear sound from the game. Sound is not meant to be working right now. It takes a lot of effort to get working. So Corey didn't set it up, but for some reason, Dragoon magic sound still sort of comes through.
Yeah, they just magically work.
We're actually running music from some local MP3s on repeat, so that's just so it doesn't sound too boring, you know, with just our voices. But all the sound effects in the game are currently not present. The in-game music is not present. Only D-Magic works in a buggy way, which isn't even supposed to work. Eventually, that will be included.
It's definitely one of the higher priority things on the list.
Hello, Kevin Klein. It's going all right. Thank you for asking. I almost called you Calvin Klein.
Yeah, I definitely read it like that the first time too.
I'm sorry, I don't buy your underwear. I use a different brand.
Monty asks how long it's taken. I've been working on this project for about 2 years. And to be completely honest with you, most of the major progress has happened in like the past maybe 5 or 6 months. Before that, like the game didn't even work.
Blossom Storm is essential for this battle. It makes the damage livable.
Yeah, you still have a very deep hit point pool.
I only took 27 damage on Rose. I think I gave her a power wrist. Nope, Lavitz is confused.
Oh, you actually got a status effect.
Yeah, we had known for so long, and then finally, like last stream or the stream before, we finally got like a bunch of status effects, and it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we couldn't tell at first because they're invisible right now.
Is he still confused?
Yeah.
Okay. So
you want me to? I can't break it because I sold all my mind purifiers. I should have waited for a special, but I wanted to get Blossom Storm up early.
I'm no longer an issue for that.
Yeah, Vorthought, a lot of it is just ow. A lot of it is just Blossom Storm. Or Rose Storm, whatever you want to call it. Getting half damage on everybody is essential for how many turns this freaking boss will take in a row. Over and over and over again. I've been hit with like the earthquakey thing like 2 or 3 times in a row, and it is brutal, even with good defense.
We use Java just because it's very, very easy to make it cross-platform.
Including mobile.
Yeah, I've currently only done any testing on Windows, but you know, we'll have it running on Linux, Mac, Android. Monty, I have considered that, and it may very well be something that I look into.
There's a perfect. If you haven't seen it before, y'all, notice the perfect text is so slow it doesn't finish till the attack hits. Oh, this camera's really bugging out.
Yeah, I fixed a lot of the camera stuff, but not all of it.
I really need to heal. This is with Blossom Storm. Oh crap.
Yeah, I haven't been doing any grinding or anything.
You're
this
done.
run.
Rose is done. I've had enough. There we go, another perfect.
Wow.
See, you can't judge me by the obstacle course. Have you thought, Corey, did you answer the bounty system question yet?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I did not catch that, but I would definitely like that potentially.
Yeah.
That's a good way to help you get some funding for this too, actually.
Yeah, at the moment, that's not something we can really do just because I have just so much work to, make the game playable. But yeah, it's definitely something that I'd like to do in the future once we've got a good solid foundation for it. To be honest with you, I know nothing about the Final Fantasy VII remake, so I can't really answer that.
I just had a thought, Corey. I have to lean in a little sometimes to read the text for the YouTube chat, and I realize I'm like looking to the side and then zooming my head in a little bit, like the Virage in Volcano Village. And I'm just waiting for a purple beam to come out of my head. Hey, that's some paint.
We can do some VFX for that.
Do some forehead paint. Get the central green eye and then the little like tenderly ones around the sides there.
Yeah,
that's normal. That's totally fine.
Yeah, the last Final Fantasy game that I have beaten was number 1.
Also, I've said this before, but the FF7 remake, by definition, constitutes a reboot, not a remake. Like, I'm pretty certain that they chose the wording of remake just because it would be less controversial sounding to fans. Even though if you play it, you would know it's a reboot. We are rebuilding the base game, and potentially, yes, there will be new big features added, like PvP one day would be a big change. Remaking the whole thing, though, we're still using the same basic engine, even though it's rebuilt and optimized. We can't really do a fan game legally. All of this is legal because it classifies under modding. We instead encourage people to unite worldwide with other fans as part of the efforts I've been doing for years to learn how to move as one body, speak as one voice, and rally in a unified way with Sony. Because while we clamor really loudly, we do that as individuals, and it's all random, and we're all asking for very different things, and so they don't listen. All the fans are tagging, Shuhei Yoshida or Sony, and they just have that stuff on like auto ignore because there's too many to read anyway, even if they did care. It's only going to work to get an official product, I believe, and to do that, we have to actually do a good job of convincing them. LOD is not a good financial risk. It needs to be written down and proven as a financially safe option and why it's a good idea. And, there's so many fans for one. And here's ways it could be done to solve difficult problems with modernizing the game. Asking for the same thing, all of us. And then getting noticed by the news. And once it's a news item, it becomes harder for Sony to ignore, just like with many companies in the past.
Well said.
Yeah, it's hard to say on the fly, but that's the gist of it. We run everything through legendofdragoon.org, whether it's community news about projects like this one, or the fan dub, or whatever. We feature people in the community who are doing like the drawings, we've got the art events going on. All of that is to curate our fandom for its own sake. Stuff that I wish we would have done 20 years ago, but early internet and hindsight. But doing all that doubles as making a better case for a new LOD. So we need to keep being on that road, keep having serious discussions, because due to the state of the gaming industry, randomly clamoring individually, unfortunately, is not enough. We have to be extensive, we have to discuss at length, we have to take it seriously, we have to do research, we have to do a lot of stuff. And I help facilitate all of that. So hopefully it'll work, because in less than a month, I think it's just over 2 weeks from now, 2 or 3 weeks, the trademark is set to expire. That won't invalidate the copyright, but it may invalidate some exclusivity on Sony's part. And it may take away their right to sell the game. I'm not sure. I have to check. But that happens on like November 7th, if I have the dates right. Let me check something really quick on Discord. I have an event for this. We have this isn't a very rare event. It happens multiple times a year, but we have the total lunar eclipse, which is a red moon. Last time we had one, I was like, oh, this is a thing. So I should look up the next red moon and put it on the calendar. And I did. So our next red moon is Tuesday, November 8th. So the night of November 7th, I guess? November 7th, November 8th. And it's the same day when the trademark expires. Considering this game and the iconicness, the iconography of the red moon in Legend of Dragoon, that's a little odd timing, I would say. Which, you know, this is a fictional video game. In real life, 108 is a divine number, and but it's otherwise, you know, fictional. So for that to happen to be the case on the same day, the trademark expiring in a real life red moon is kind of odd.
A very fitting coincidence.
Yes. So I'm wondering if something will happen that day. Probably not, but if it does, I could at least say, called it.
We got level up.
Pull in a music. Shauna heard me talking and was like, I don't like this.
No, everyone, you're leaving the sachet behind.
Yeah, that's something no one asks. Slayle makes a very good point. Why are there stairs that lead to a caved-in wall?
Excellent question.
Very conveniently, Giongo collapses and causes those rocks to fall at the end of the battle, but while he's doing all those earthquake jumps, no, those boulders are fine. Those boulders are in perfect position, but only when he dies do they get loose. And it's just, ugh.
It's very important video game logic.
Yeah. You know, I don't need the sachet. Forget it. Let's up the speed a little. Got a few required wardens to fight. I've been trying to become an LFD archivist for years. I also have a gift for the current streamer. I remember they wanted a promotional Japanese poster. That might have been me. We have a poster, but we don't have all the posters. Why is Rose so low on health?
Good question.
I'm gonna have to like take out the warden first, and then just guard up for a while. Actually, you know what? Just for this, just for this. I don't encourage this in a general playthrough, but we'll show another sort of feature. Choke up. Sorry, hold on a minute. We have a debugger that lets us adjust the current HP and some other stats of the characters on our side and the enemy side. Some of the stats will snap back to normal, so if you like set the speed really high, it'll snap back to its actual value. But some things do change. So for example, I can take Rose's current HP and heal Rose all the way to full. Dart should have 496, so let's do 496. So if you wanted to, this makes it easier than using Cheat Engine or Game Shark if you use those things currently. Actually, let's do Lavis as well while we're at it. 5:45.
Yeah, the debuggers are still fairly simple, but you know, we've been adding features over time.
I gave him 9,000. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I don't want to cause a crash right now, so let's not and say we did. Anyway, following up the double-sided Japanese poster. Oh yes. I wonder if you're Finn Ravens on Facebook. You sound like Finn Ravens.
Yes, I believe they said they are earlier.
Oh, hello. Good to see you. I was hoping you would come by. Because this project is just the beginning. Awesome. It's really cool to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. Yes, I would take very good... I would probably keep that stored right now, because I currently don't have a good place to put it, or a frame. If I had a frame, I could probably hang it up behind me. That would be pretty incredible. But it's up to you. That would be wonderful to put that in with our collection.
That'd be very cool.
Because once we have the in-person convention, I'm doing the digital one on December 2nd, but when we can do the physical one later, I plan to have like an actual museum wing, kind of in honor of... I would do this anyway, but we happen to have that weird Japanese commercial where it's just like a 15-second clip showing like Van Gogh on the wall or the Mona Lisa. I forget which one. It's just some famous paintings on the wall. And there's like the red rope thing, the swag rope that's preventing people from getting too close. And then the next thing to the painting is Legend of Dragoon playing one of the FMVs or something. And I'm like, Sony had no idea that I would be doing all this archivism. There is no way. Unless like one of them transmigrated into my head and I'm being possessed in secret. That could be a thing. I just got the right nudge to do this stuff. But I'd like to do a physical, you know, display case kind of thing, like those display cases you would commonly see in Skyrim, basically. And we would have, you know, the both common merch and physical merch and promo items. So anything from the Prima strategy guide, NA copy of the game with the discs out, to the Japanese and European copies, the press version, I didn't counter, sorry. The press version of the game that has that black plastic casing with the like dragon logo on the front that almost no one knows about, to the rare, the even extra rare stuff like that, and the phone card, and the Japanese guidebook, and the Chinese strategy guide, and all this stuff is all going to be on display. I'm planning to kind of have one intact copy and one like viewable copy that you can move with your hands. So what I'll do is, for like the I'm saying too much, for the Japanese and Chinese and North American strategy guides, we'll have a intact one in the casing, and we'll also have like another one that's the pages are sliced and debound, probably from my own set. I already have a debound copy, and we'll put those in like sheet protectors so you can actually fan through the pages and look at them directly. And maybe we can even get Shar to show up and have Shar handle the scanlation stuff. Shar was trying to do a scanlation, which is basically taking the scanned images of these pages and keeping them mostly the same, but like Photoshop replacing the Japanese text with English text so you could actually read what it says in your own native language. It's kind of a thing, at least in English. So that's a whole thing. And I'd like to have all kinds of things going on there, like fan music playing in the background, like fan remixes and covers, maybe a live band thing, have some special announcements, some secret guests show up, and just all kinds of stuff. We can do a minigame contest, PvP contest. We could feature the decomp at the convention, Corey.
Good.
Did you notice that? Like, we can do that. There's so much we could do. But for now, until we get the funding for a physical convention, we will do the online-only one, and I'll make that as awesome as I can.
Yeah, online works for now.
I should have done it a year or two ago, but there was so much else to do, and pandemic. So now we've got the Foul Fighter, which Lavitz will happily one-shot.
ABC asks if the voices on moves are toggleable. We actually are going to have a comprehensive audio settings menu. Much more comprehensive than just the mono and stereo selector, which will allow you to basically just level the different types of audio however you want.
Yeah, we'll have volume sliders for I assume the master volume, BGM, general sound effects, ambient tracks, maybe if Corey's very generous, and edition voiceovers, stuff like that.
I don't know about any of you, but after a while, the edition voiceovers really start to get on my nerves.
Really?
Definitely.
Why? Is it just because it's the same sound over and over?
Yeah, the exact same thing over and over and over again every single time you attack.
I guess I've just gotten numb to it, is the thing. it's in my heart, so I don't mind it if it's happening a lot.
Yeah.
But that is fair. Actually, I think this is featured in the fan dub. Correct me if I'm wrong. We might have to ask Nogard, the project manager, but I believe they do variants. A lot of games have been doing this, not a lot, but more, over the last 10 or so years, where anytime a sound plays, it plays in one of 5 or 6 variations of it, so it sounds a little different every time, but it's still the same general sound. And we could potentially do that with the additions.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps prevent the staleness.
So instead of it just saying, Rod Typhoon, Rod Typhoon, Rod Typhoon, you would have the different inflections like Rod Typhoon, Rod Typhoon, just some kind of variance to try and make it sound better.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's tough to do, but it'll be worth it. So we're almost at the boss fight and the saddest part of the game.
I have a feeling that the cutscene will lift the mood.
I'm gonna check something, because if there's a certain... Yes, I do. Okay, so I don't have Demon's Gate, but I do have a Total Vanishing, so I'm gonna show off a couple of things that some people might not know about this boss fight coming up. First we'll grab these useless spears and broadswords. I don't know why these are here. It's like you start the game with these. They're worth like 5 or something measly gold. Like they should put anything else in those chests.
Yeah, I have to wonder if like you were intended to actually come the entire way through here, like
First
on your
time?
and then they just never went back and replaced the items.
But as much as I would like to agree with you, I've wondered that myself. Even with that logic, you're just picking up copies of things you already have. They're literally the base starting gear. Like at least have the lance there. Or the bastard sword or something. Alright, so we are gonna do a thing. Let's do Burning Rush for boss fights. I'd rather have the higher SP of Rod Typhoon. And what do I have for equipment? I can give Rose the Night Shield, I think. Okay, let's show you all, if you don't know already, something new about the boss battle with Frugal 2, Guptas, and Rodriguez. But first, Albert needs to be vexed. That's very generous, Finn. I will do that. That is super kind. I will take super good care of that. That would be a great way to help protect. I can't use the words of the English language right now. I had the intent of, oh, I'll just say the sentence of gratitude, but then my head is like, no, you're gonna have emotions.
Gratitude
You're gonna have
overflow.
emotions, and you're gonna just, yeah. So my composure is down, but thank you. I will definitely thank you. I will take good care of it. I promise. And I'll personally make sure it gets to the convention as well. I like the character development here, where like you learn just how nasty Frugal is. Like, he gets impatient. Like, you probably already guessed that when, like, you know, throwing wardens off the bridge and everything, but just he almost ends Albert. That's important. And Shauna saves him.
Yeah.
Like, that is not given enough credit, I think, that Shauna saves Albert. That's, like, never covered. He owes her a thank you. Thank you, Half Monty. That's super kind as well. This is kind of the stuff I've always hoped we would reach at some point. I never imagined, you know, and we're not there yet, but I never imagined eventually talking about, oh, you know, actually, Drew, PvP is quite possible, and then, you know, my mind is blown. We're actually on that road. I've kind of felt this way since the upscale started, where we've just been going above and beyond in various ways, and I've said it 1,000 times before, but even though retro gaming has been valid already for a long time with like SNES generation and that kind of thing, Game Boy or whatever, it's extending to LOD, and I'm trying to prove that legacy games in general matter for a lot of reasons, and showing what's possible for them, at least when they have a sizable fandom like ours. You know, if it's my other fandoms like Nexus the Jupiter Incident or Advent Rising, there's not much I can do with that besides making little static shrines, because we don't have thousands and thousands of fans actively talking about the game still. But LOD, we've got the numbers, which makes a lot of this possible. So I just want to make sure we use that power and channel it, you know, into a flux capacitor, if you will. Even if it means we're using old, overripe banana peels. So let's get the boss music going on, and I'll show you some new things. For some of you, anyway. Boss Battle 2? I think it's 2? Yeah.
Gen 589. The animations, we're actually going to be making them even much smoother still. We will have it running at least 60 frames per second once we do the OpenGL rewrite.
Just so I can show this off, I'm going to give Rose some MP back real quick. Let's do that. Let's give you some MP. I might need to refresh that. Give me 1 second. Okay, now it's better. Okay, now we're good. We're good. That didn't quite work. Let's try it again.
If you still have the combat debugger open, you'll need to close it and reopen it.
Yes,
fight.
That's what I did. That was my bad. Alright, so I'm gonna show 2 things. First, I'm just gonna attack with Lavitz. Make sure I actually counter, because although addition's autocomplete, you still have to press the circle button at any time once the counter starts. You can press it from the point the counter starts to the actual normal counter timing. You press circle and it'll accept the counter. So what I'm going to do is just transform with Rose only. Some of you know this, some of you don't.
That effect rendered pretty well.
What were you saying?
That effect actually rendered pretty well.
Yeah. Now, normally, bosses are not supposed to be affected by status ailments. So assumingly, that goes for minions as well. But some boss minions, I'm pretty sure this isn't the intended mechanic, are prone to minor enemy effects. That includes instant death, including Rose's weapons for instant death, as well as Demon's Gate, as well as Total Vanishing, and they're also susceptible to status ailments. So what you're going to see here is that the Well, you're gonna see this really weird scene with the 3D models going out of whack. We'll start with that. Decent damage on everybody. And this should mean... Did they not get feared? Corey.
It's possible that the status effect...
no.
The status effect chances are an issue for the enemies as well.
You foiled my plans! I had this big, unimportant presentation to show people.
Well, you can still you can explain what it was supposed to do.
There's a bug where status effects almost never proc on the party, and apparently that's true for enemies. But normally, Rodriguez and Guptas can be feared, and I don't know if that's intentional, but it probably shouldn't be. And the other thing is that they are prone to instant death. So by the total vanishing on Rodriguez is gone. Just like that. Goodbye, Rodriguez. Nice knowing you. And that's not supposed to be possible.
You should do a save stage since it's been a while. Just in case something happens.
Okay.
Yeah, Monty, that's the exact reason that that I chose to split those all off into an ideas repository. Just so that they aren't you know, taking up space in the main repository's issues menu. Those are all things that are going to happen, like, later.
Yeah, we're gonna... If you were responding to the V1 request, then yes.
Yep.
Obviously, we're gonna want to make sure there's, like, a noteworthy release at a certain point. And then, you know, we'll have the ongoing stuff, but every so often there'll be like a big milestone. The first quote-unquote, it's really ready, we really want to push this and advertise this release, we'll have sound, we'll have the hardware renderer, you know, stuff like that.
Yep. Once I've successfully completed my first playthrough to the end of the game, that's when I'm going to start doing, like, actual proper releases and not just the dev build.
Yeah, honestly, if you want to cheese this fight, one of the things you can do, I mean, my ritual is running Lavis to D level 5, but that takes too long, so realistically, run Rose to D level 3, it's much more attainable. Start off with a Demon's Gate special or something. Special with anyone. But then when Rose's turn comes up, use Demon's Gate, you have just Frugal, just hammer him with physical or magical attack, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. But normally in my personal playthroughs, I keep a save file with D level 5, and so my ritual is in two parts. Ritual number 1, stay in Helena the first time, like either get Shauna or even don't get Shauna. Stay in Helena and get Lavitz's final edition maxed out. Literally one-shots Frugal. Second visit, Helena 2, Frugal 2. Max D level 5, Jade Dragon, insta-kill Frugal and the minions at the same time. That is like my revenge for Lavitz's untimely demise.
I feel like at that point, he should be strong enough to survive the Dragon Buster.
You would think so. Also, the fact that you can Angel's Prayer the Dragon Buster effect in Flanville, but not in Helena. I will never forgive that.
What is the opposite of plot armor?
Kryptonite? I don't know. Cryptoplot? Well, thankfully, D level 3 is not too hard. What makes it hard is that Rose doesn't get a lot of SP gain really early. You have to get more and more to get 100 SP, I think, because Whip Smack's only 35. It's a very slow start. But you get like 2 or 3 Spirit Potions, so chuck them all on Rose, that helps. none of it's necessary. Like, you can get at least 1, if not 2 total vanishings by this point, and that does still help trivialize the fight without any grinding necessary. Yeah, what the hell? We'll do bosses. I'm also going to speed up.
One moment.
Sure, go ahead. Wow, he didn't even say Rose Storm. Hey, our first boulder for 122 damage. Not bad. Too fast. Yes, Half Monty. One of the things I want the most is a sub-in mod for Lavitz and Shauna, so that they can stay in battle at least after their events where they get replaced. Just if you like that character more, you know, you've already run through the story, it's fine to put them back in. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I don't want to escape. I like Albert, but the fact that he replaces Lavitz, and I just objectively, I believe, like Lavitz's style better, more methodical and graceful, whereas Albert just, you know, for Rod Typhoon, he just holds onto his spear and spins in a circle going, wee, and I'm like, that's, you know, I get that he's not as skilled as Lavitz, but it just doesn't seem fair. Also, Lavitz's Flower Storm edition, his final edition, I'm basically obsessed with, so that's the bias coming back for me. I love the sound, I love the animation, it's all Gucci for me.
I've never actually seen Lavitz's Flower Storm.
How is that? How are you in this community? I never want to gatekeep, but at the same time, like, you've got to go through that. It's an excellent experience, even if you're not a Lavitz fan. It's a really cool addition, in my opinion.
I could also just swap him out,
I
like,
suppose.
later in the game.
Are you gonna be that kind of a cruel person who's like, oh, once we have the swap character mod, you're just gonna swap Lavitz for Albert as soon as you get to Helena? Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, we'll see.
Please don't do that.
Maybe I'll just use Albert from the start just to spite you.
Don't hurt me.
Just a party of 3 Alberts.
No. Alright, I'm gonna slow this down really quickly while I get the music going.
What about a party with Albert and Lavitz?
I need the music.
Alright, you better switch back to this cutscene soon, because it's gonna get real silly here.
I don't have the right music. I don't have the right music. This is terrible. Where's the music? No. No, not this one. Not this one, not this one. No, not that one. No, we're having a musical breakdown. Oh, this is terrible. Where is it? I don't know if I have it in my playlist. Oh no. I can't slow it down any more than this. Can I? Can I slow it down anymore? No, I can't. Oh, this is terrible.
Sad trombone noise. Yep.
Alright, medical in. We got the medical in music. What happened to the... Okay, it's just going really slow. We're just gonna run it. We're just gonna do it like this. This is fine. His body is missing. Yeah, the models are a little buggy. But it shows this part. So it still hurts. It actually glows extra green. Dart loses his arm over it.
Alright, F in the chat, everyone.
Yep. It's Ray-Ban. Lloyd! Also, his cape is missing here, I'm pretty sure.
And his arm. There's
Yeah.
that.
At least it's somewhat sad music, so you're welcome. It's fine. Dart's eyes have been better.
Yep. That's probably the scariest bug.
Hmm. I feel like Lavitz is awfully trust.
I don't know how to tell you this, everyone, but Albert didn't make it.
Oh no. I don't want to show my face. It's already been missing. Oh. Oh, damn. I could not find the right track. Oh, it's so sad. The Dragoon spirit won't even show up. Oh. Now, because there's no one else, the green spirit will fall to Hashel. Because Albert doesn't have an arm. Gosh.
At least his head's back.
Love it. The sadness. Oh. And I always have to mention, I'm pretty sure the devs knew what they were doing when they reward you with the gravity grabber. Gravity grabber, think about it. You just went through a heavy scene, gravity grabber.
And also the fact that Lavitz doesn't get experience.
No XP. Hello, Sir James. Yeah, why haven't you thought of it? See, LOD, like a lot of games, you know, you play, you see a lot of things, like I see that well in the background, I see the gravestones in the background, you register stuff, right? You register stuff. There's a fence post in the front, you look at it, it's just there. But when you're playing, it's like an automatic distraction whenever you're reading the text or thinking about whatever you're going to do, that you don't notice things. Like, for example, partly because of where the text boxes are, a lot of people don't realize there's mountains in the background of Celeste here. Or that green glowing face in Helena Prison, or the gravity grabber, or whatever else. It's just, there's so much cool extra stuff to notice. And we're going to help make that possible with various things like the Upscale project and the lesser known facts page on our website and all that stuff. So Albert's saying, let me help too. I need a distraction from my pain. Rose is like, I'll let you all do the work. You know, I gotta wonder if during the attack, let me speed this up again. No, Control minus. During the
I've playthrough where I've gotten all 50.
I have a couple times. It's sort of not worth it to do every playthrough because it's like I already know what will happen. I've fought Faust several times, but I do it once in a while just to remind myself. I wonder if this cellar was used during the raid, if some people survived down here, you know?
Yeah, it seems fairly likely.
Okay. I don't remember which music plays here, but
Dart's theme starts playing halfway through.
isn't it Long Long Ago? Well, Rose is talking about the past, so we can do that.
Yeah, that's true, Orthod.
So Albert's going to tell us a little bit about the Dragon campaign and the Winglies. Sacred objects were scattered. One nice thing about this plot point is that it confirms the setting up of Basil or Sergio and Tiberoa and Mil Soso right following the Dragon campaign. Because they would have separated those objects immediately, I would think, before the Winglies fully went into hiding.
Yeah, I wonder if they created those countries at that point, or if they were pre-existing.
Everybody take out your Dragoon spirits. And cue the darts theme.
And then Haschel is just left twiddling his thumbs.
All these young whippersnappers and their toys.
Kinda looks like Albert's wearing glasses right now.
Sure. I mean, that would just create a tie-in for the Jade Spirit often liking to choose masters who have glasses, right? Because Sue Veil was the thing. That's one of the coolest little features of this game, is that Sue Veil's glasses get converted in Dragoon form. You have like organic... I don't know if the glass is kept, but there's definitely like organic dragon matter over like the... What do you call the sides of the glasses? The handles?
The arms.
The arms of the glasses, yeah.
Can give you wings. Can't fix your eyes.
Mm. Alright, so we gotta update our party. I think I'll use Shauna. Save Haschel for later. Meanwhile, in the Black Castle. Normally the Lloyd music plays here. I'm not switching the music that often though, so...
Could also be possible that the countries kind of formed around the moon objects. Like they were given to 3 different groups of people and they all settled in different areas.
That's true. I made a bit of an assumption there. Just that something persisted enough that they stayed separated and in those 3 separate regions. You think Dole should listen to himself at this point? I will not stop even if I sell my soul to the devil. Like, even if I have to sell my soul, I will not stop. And it's like, all because of Carlo 20 years ago? Because of losing Karina, your wife? Something? Merchant is gone. Oh no. There should be like a hidden chest back there. For your second go around right now. Trent the tree. Hello, Trent. Let's get some SP out of it. Dart shooting the arrow? It's like, I look at you, and you get hit by an arrow. That was kind of weird. So I'm heading to Kazas. Let's do some, maybe some world map music or something. Let's see what I got here.
Yep, there it again.
Dart's really good with arrows. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
I mean, he doesn't even need a bow.
Yeah, he just.
That's
I look at you and you get shot. Ah, let's use a sachet. Never mind, let's die instead. Thanks. Oh, look, the denial. Oh, that's a burn.
Suck it. Drive by.
I see your instant death and literally raise you or revive. Shit. That's funny. So what if you don't know what that was, Angel Robe and Holy Ankh give 40% chance to revive on death, including instant death. And if you stack them, it's an 80% chance. So I just had the 40% chance, 4 and 10, or 2 and 5 chance. It did proc. So there you go.
While we're here near Lohan, didn't Damas say he had some stuff for you?
I'm not ready for that.
No.
Oh no, I have to do that now, don't I? So my item bag is really full, and I don't remember how to do it. So you gonna walk me through it?
Yeah.
We're gonna
just pop open your menu.
It's not 32 items full, right?
No, no. I think he has 2 items.
2? Okay, I can do 2. Let me get rid of the strongman. Need some SP anyway. Oh, I ran away. God, the monsters are savage right now. Just like, we don't want to fight. We're just gonna run away and or hurt you in the process.
Yeah, drop.
So let's get rid of a couple of my very important potions. So I got 4 slots. That should be enough. We're gonna save. Make sure the thingy. All right, tell me what to do.
All right. Well, you just need to open up your menu.
Anywhere?
Yep.
Okay.
And go to item, and the new menu item at the bottom.
Dig. Some of you might have noticed this in previous streams, so we didn't tell you exactly what it was going to do. Look at this. There's English text on this menu that by default.
I didn't send you the save.
Well, you're okay, Corey. That's your 3rd strike. So what we were gonna show you. Normally, this menu exists in the game, even the North American release, but it's all the text is removed because it wasn't translated. Because the feature with the Pocket Station Moguru Devas, the minigame, was Pocket Station never made it to the US, so they just commented this out. It was easier than making a new build of the game, I guess. We translated the text thanks to community volunteers, gave those translations to Corey so that we can make English text so we can finally see what this menu is, what it all means. So it's got some options where you can send the gold and items that the boss has found to the main game. You can also delete items from the Pocket Station, or you can go on your next adventure.
And I am also going to reverse engineer the Pocket Station game and include it as part of this.
Yes. So you'll be able to play Moguru Devas, collect gold and items, and transfer them to the game. And that includes both consumable items, it's like a random spattering of items, as well as accessories. There are bosses in the game at various depths. Every time you dig down, that's 1 level, 1 meter, if you will, down. So at like 300 or 700 or 2100 meters, something like that, I've got a list somewhere, you get specific accessories fighting specific bosses. I think it ends in a phantom shield or something like that. So even if you don't want that specific accessory, even if you don't want that, you could sell it for 5,000. So it's a fun little minigame to play on the side. It features DeBoss he not only is excavating like Dig Dug, he's also battling with a pickaxe using timing attacks. Even though they're not combos, it was a very simple graphics, just deal with it. It was still cool. And there's mementos that you can exchange your gems that you find for extra health and strength and items and all this stuff. So it's really cool. We're gonna let y'all be able to do that without needing a separate Pocket Station emulator, which there's almost no market for that, so there's only like one homebrew app and it barely works. So we're gonna give you something better. ABC, if you're interested, if you're not already in the community Discord server, please give it a join. You can find that on our website, legendofdragoon.org. We've got a Discord link there. It's also in our Reddit sidebar, and maybe even in our links on our YouTube profile page, perhaps. Normally we have the vanity URL, discord.gg/dragoon, but we're currently at 13 out of 14 boosts. Once we get back to 14 boosts, we'll get that vanity URL back.
Yeah, hop into the modding channel and ping me.
Okay, so Corey, I feel like this is a good point to end the stream, and we'll start with Kazas next time.
Yeah, I'll get you a save for the Davos minigame too for next time.
Okay.
So we can throw it off.
I'll want to talk to you about that, so I know if I can like swap back after or what with that.
Yeah, no, it's its own save game, so
okay,
it's all good.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us for the live stream. Happy Friday. We'll be having another one of these next Friday. It's already scheduled, so if you head to our YouTube profile page right after this, you will see a new upcoming section or whatever above our uploads, and it should say October 28th, 7 p.m. Central Time. That's our next live stream, 1 week from right now. So we'll be doing this again. We'll pick up in Kazas, and we'll also show off the Pocket Station transfer to show you that it still works, and you'll be able to use it yourself if you like once we get to that point.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Y'all have a good night. Have a good weekend. If you have any other questions or you'd like to talk with us, you can always find us on Discord. Head to legendofdragoon.org for all things LOD. And until then, we'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye, everyone.